Are you in love with a narcissist? They use you and abuse you, burn you up, burn you out, chew you up, spit you out to the point where you're withering away. And yet, ironically, over the years, you're convinced you can't live without them. You've fallen more and more in love with them. If so, I have some really bad news for you. And that is that there's one part that's even worse that you may not be able to see. Whether you know it about me or not, I studied classical Greek and Koine Greek in college and in graduate school and studied the classics. And in this story in Greek mythology, written a couple thousand years ago, the real interesting part isn't the story about Narcissus himself, where Narcissist comes from. It's the secondary character that Ovid writes into the story named Echo. She's the one who's in love with him, and she's so in love, convinced she can't live without him. No matter how much he rejects her and pushes her away, uses her and abuses her, she falls more and more in love till eventually she withers away. But the most fascinating part is what Ovid names her. He names her Echo. She's lost her own voice. Her entire life is an extension of Narcissus. Her entire life is just an echo of him. It's his original voice. It's his original thing. Everything is about him. She's just an echo of him. She's not only lost her voice, she's lost her identity. Sound familiar? And has it occurred to you that you will never get your life back until you get your identity back, until you get your voice back? And that's going to require separating from that person you can't imagine living without. But guess what? It's far better than withering away, waiting for that narcissist to love you. Have a kick-ass night.